So what we do, we give them good amount of milk, and in addition to that, we usually supplement with uh, uh, some pellets, and these pellets increase on the development of the stomach of those calves, because they are born when the stomach is not yet developed. So we initiate by giving them hay, and also providing and also providing the pellets. It increases on the development of it speeds up, not increasing. It speeds up the development of the stomach. And then eventually when they start feeding on hay, by the time you wean them, the stomach has been well developed, and they can digest the feed so well to extract the nutrients out of it. And then after that, when you put them on a total mixed ration, the calves always grow very fast. Margaret have talked about she conceived before she clicked a year, before she made a year. Liz also conceived before she made a year. And the Muksta, those ones that were born here at first, they all conceived before they made a year. And that is explained from the feeding that we subjected them to, right from when they were born and as they grew. So it's very crucial for these animals to be fed well, and also to be provided with a comfortable environment. Here we are is the dairy unit. Up is where we keep their feed. It's the hay barn. So we use still the same, as I told you in the case of Pigalle. We use still the same loofing to achieve two goals. The cows are there, but also the hay barn is there as well. So we think for the farmers out there, we usually organize trainings also for dairy. We want now to be innovative. How do you make your silage, the silage that can be ready within 4 to 6 days? How do you make your own homemade chikanja? We also go in the trainings, because now that's detail. We can train you how to do that. And how do you really make practically? Now you can come. We learn how to make a total mixed ration for the dairy, such that your cows are going to give you what you desire out of them. These animals can perform. And you know what is very funny? For all livestock species, be it cattle, pigs, poultry, or any other, once you feed them, whatever they eat, they extract what they need for their they extract what they need for their body maintenance. So whatever you give, they first get what they need for their body maintenance, and after getting what they need for their body maintenance, then the balance is what they defer to production and reproduction. So which means that if your cow is not fed well, it's not going to conceive, it's not going to come into heat. And once it comes into heat, it's this is why some say these animals are inseminated, they don't conceive. It's one of the reasons. There are so many, but it's one of the reasons. And even coming into heat, that's why sometimes they say this cow has silent heat. Yes, there are so many reasons, but that one can be one of them. Because if it has silent heat, at times we just have to adjust the nutrition, to improve on the nutrition, to put those other to add some nutrients that might be lacking, and then you will see this cow come into heat. You know, and once you've made it, I mean, once you've made a total mixed ration, and the cow gets what it needs for its body maintenance, that means that it's going to be able to give your calf a year. And when it gives your calf a year, again, it will be in lactation for the recommended number of days, and then also give you enough milk, because this is why we rear them. This is the first cow, the cow that started the herd. It's called Kakop. We like it so much, It's our first cow. Yes, it's our grandmother. and it is still performing. It is still performing so well. And if I don't tell you and you look at all of them, you cannot tell unless I've told you. And your question was why is it nutrition so crucial in the livestock production? Nutrition, actually, when even we look at the cost of production, it contributes close to 75% cost of production. Ac- So, actually, it goes even beyond that. It can contribute to 80% cost of production. Nutrition is very core in that. Despite the fact even others are core, like breed and the housing is also core, plus the health. But nutrition is very core in that. You know, it clearly determines the vigor. The breed may be good. It clearly supports the vigor of that particular. The vigor may be good because the breed is good, but then it supports the growth rate. It supports the feed conversion rate, because if you've given a good nutrition, the rate at which this feed is going to be converted, if you've created enough microflora in the stomach of this animal, the rate at which this feed is going to be digested and even converted into nutrients and absorbed is going to be so high. And we look at the different ingredients that or nutrients that can contribute to that. So nutrition is very crucial. We don't just feed for the sake of feeding. And once you don't feed so well, this animal is going to grow uh, a little bit stunted. They will not grow to your expectation. They will not, because remember, I told you there is an objective that we are targeting. We've got a breeding objective. So if your nutrition is not very, very crucial and you're not doing it rightly, the chances are very high that you're not going to achieve your breeding objective, despite of having a very good breed, despite of having a very good structure like this one, and despite of also doing the preventative treatments and even the curative treatments. As long as nutrition is not good, you will not get a result out of it. And most still, if nutrition is good, the chances that your animals, it boosts immunity. The chances that your animals are going to be strong enough to be resistant to certain diseases is going to increase. So with proper nutrition, you're sure that your animals are not going to fall sick. You're sure of having better productivity. You're sure of having, in terms of growth and in terms of milk production, and you're sure that your animals are going to reach the puberty age at the right time. And probably I would like to give you an example. The cows I talked about, the ones I talked about, Margaret, they are mixed in within there. Margaret, Liz, Mukisa, that came into heat before they clicked a yam. I remember they would come into heat and we don't give them, and I don't inseminate them. Then they came into heat the second time. I refused to inseminate. Then the third time I was like, now enough is enough. Let me inseminate. So it was after inseminating, I didn't look at my records before I inseminated, which was not right. It was wrong of me. I didn't look at the records. So then I decided to inseminate. And after inseminating, I discovered that I had inseminated them before they made a year, which is not allowed. They were supposed to be at least 15 months, but I inseminated them before even they clicked 12. Some, and I had used, because they were huge animals, I had used the Holstein Friesian. They know the Holstein Friesian. These are the giant Friesians. So I started getting worried that the cows may not be able to calve down normally or to produce normally. So, but still, despite of that, I did not deny them of the right ration when they are pregnant. Because usually we even help this animal develop its udder as it grows as a heifer. So I gave them the right nutrition Surprisingly, they all calved down normally and well, without getting any dystochias. So now, I urge farmers out there. At times, we need to learn from others. We need to be trained how things are done. I'm that one person, despite the fact I'm speaking technical. But for me, I usually visit others and I usually learn. Learning is like fire. You don't say, I've learned much, I don't want to learn anymore. Every time you visit or you go, you learn something new. So I'm urging farmers out there to come, and we can train them how to improve their diaries and their performance in their dairy herd. We correct, now most of them have dried. We correct close to 100 liters. And actually, we even do it in pigs. We didn't reach that level. We didn't go into that detail of science. But even in pigs, that's what we do. Usually, we give it that additional month because we want the reproductive organs are growing now faster. We want to further the growth of the reproductive organs. And we also usually we want to increase on its body. I mean, to further grow its body within that period. And actually, that question would have been so good and nice when we were at the pigs, because it really, because it, but maybe, of course, they are all farmers. I can mention it. When it comes to pigs, we want to do what we call flashing.